everybody, and welcome to Filipino Wonder channel. And today's video we are going to talk about what kind of life as a foreigner living in your parents, Filipino parents-in-law. Since we all know that there's a lot of foreigners moving here in the Philippines, having partners, and there are some foreigners that doesn't even know what gonna be the life, like especially adapting to our cultures, and like especially you are living in your parents-in-law, because sometimes like we are going to spend time with our families or families in-laws. So this video is we're going to give you any idea of what is life, so you have any idea and you're gonna get along with your family of Filipino families in-laws. So let's take a dive on this video, everybody, and hear this until the end of this video. Number one, guys, that you're gonna expect here when you're going to step in the house of your Filipino parents-in-law is the warm welcome with a lots of smile. We all know that here in the Philippines is family is first for us. So it's not gonna be that you're gonna deprive yourself to be able to meet your girlfriend's families, because it's part of our cultures here. And aside from that, it's like you are respecting your partner as well. Like especially if you love your partner, then you wanted to know where she came from, like where is her family's, and you want to get along with her family. And I know there's a lot of foreigners does that right now. And if you are dating or if you are married to a Filipina that haven't yet met of your the families of your girlfriends or wife, then the moment you're gonna step on the house, guys, is that you're gonna receive a lot of smiles, a lot of shake hands or hugs, or they're gonna say welcome to the family, because as a Filipino, guys, we are not just looking at you, like especially you're already part of a family. You are already part of the family, guys. We are not looking at you as a guest. And I know a lot of foreigner guys, like the experience of my brother-in-law is a foreigner, came from the USA. So when my sister bring her there, we prepared food like that in the table. So even though you are full, guys, it's actually you shouldn't say no to food. You should yes to food, even though you're full. You can just eat a little bit, but not like eating a lot, because it's part of our culture, guys. It's hard to say no, and something like it's disrespect us, because if we are going to offer you food, you should say yes, because actually that food is a blessings, and that's how you're gonna be a part of Filipino and bagong familia. Privacy, what's that? You know what, everyone, that's actually number two that we are gonna talk about it. There is one foreigner, guys, that I know. He's actually saying that, you know what, I don't understand why Filipino people can keep up themselves like sleeping in the same bed. Like, oh, okay, because I know that in Western countries that you are really more serious about privacy. But if you are living or visiting in your in-laws, so you're gonna need to know that like they will gonna know what you're doing. It's not just being so nosy, but it's like as a Filipino, it's like part of us. Like especially you're going to prepare for your food, and we should know what time you're gonna wake up. And as a Filipino, guys, it's really common for us to sleep together in the same bed and sharing some kitchens, sharing beds, sharing some things in the homes. But there are some important things that we couldn't share. I mean, it doesn't mean that every one of us can touch in everyone's privacy, but like beds. So number three that we're gonna talk is the daily routine or rules. In our family homes, guys, since we are living together with the peoples, we set some rules, we set some chores, so that, you know, the more people we're going to help together, the more will make the work easier. Yeah, so you as a foreigner, guys, you know, if you saw that they are doing something, you're not just gonna be like a king in there. Well, you know what, everyone, I don't know if you guys as a Western people feel this way, that it's hard for us to open like you should do these things, like especially you are Western countries, from Western countries, as long as like you're doing something there, then you do like, you shouldn't be like looking at them, they're doing something and you're just gonna stay there chilling like without doing anything, just on the phone always. Like you need to also have this like a thing, guys, that you need to help as well, like the chores. If you saw something like dirt in there, you're gonna remove it, or like you're gonna do some dishes, because eventually, guys, you're gonna know how to do some dishes. Yeah, like helping together, because the more you do it, guys, you're gonna have a plus point to her family. Yes, because it's very important to us, guys. I remember this, guys, that my brother bring a someone there in the house, like the girl doesn't really help to the chores. It was like she's really not a wife material, so it's like minus points. So I'm saying this, guys, even though you're a woman or a man, you can just help them because you're gonna have a plus points. So we all know that if you're gonna be with family, Filipino families, you might gonna hear of Tagalog, Visayan languages. So those words kind of isolating for you, like especially you don't know. But as a Filipino, guys, like it's very good for us to hear like a foreigner try to speak in Visayan. It's not that you're going to speak the whole sentences like correctly, but you can just say kumusta ka, like we find it very cute, and you're gonna say guapo ko, guapa ka, like those words actually, guys, is, you know, very common, and I know most of you guys know this, since like a lot of vloggers, a lot of live streamers always say these things, buang kaya, those words. Even though like you gonna say those words, guys, it's not gonna be a problem for you. Like little by little, you're gonna adapt. Yeah, you just need to be more patient, you know, because as a Filipino also, like we're trying to say things to you also, but it's hard for us, like since we don't know how to see these things. Yeah, but with the action, with the hands gesture, we're gonna like able to complete the sentence that we're trying to say. That's why some of you gonna understand what we are trying to say. So the next one, guys, is the unspoken expectations. So as a Filipino, we can just say this to our parents, like to our mom or to our sisters or brother, like, hey, can you bring something snacks for us? Like, yay! Papa, can you bring some food? Can you bring some tinapay or bread? But if you're, you know, if you're someone, guys, you're not related to us, but, you know, of course, you're already our family, but something like not blood related, because we're shy to say things to you that, like, especially if you're gonna go to the mall, like, it's hard for us to say, hey, bro, can you bring us some food or snacks? So those actually, guys, we call that pakikisama. So as you are living in the same house, you're gonna just I'm gonna go to the mall and, oh wait, I'm gonna bring something snack to their family, because, you know, they for sure they will gonna like it. So it's like you do some respect, gratitude, so some those important things that's really in the family values. Because, you know, no matter us, guys, Filipinos, that no matter how short our money is, but if we feel like, oh, we need to bring something to our family, because, you know, as a Filipino, guys, we're gonna be happy if you're just gonna bring us some tinapay or bread. We call that the bread, we call that tinapay in Tagalog. Yeah, because I remember when I was a kid, guys, and then my father went for caroling. I told my father that, Papa, bring some tinapay later, okay? Yeah, but the unspoken one, as like especially you're a foreigner, it's hard for us to say, hey, can you bring us, bro? Like as I said earlier, so just respect and getting along with people and being so gratitude, like pakikisama. The last part will be it's good and the challenging part, you know, sometimes as we crave for something space, something quiet areas, but actually this is part of you if you are living to your family's in-laws, that it's hard to have that kind of space because you're living to someone. That's the reason why most of you guys having or your own place, or you're not living anymore to your parents in-laws, you know. But aside from that guys, you gonna get along with it because, you know, as a Filipino, like we love to eat together. There's always a laughter, a joke moments. Yeah, so it's life isn't perfect, you know, but sometimes when you looking for something, there is something like you really need to change your values, to change, I mean, to open your perspective into things. Yeah. So overall, and the total of these thoughts today, guys, isn't that um, easy to be in the spot or the situation that you haven't been. Yeah, but the most important thing is like you get along with the people and feel like this is new. You know, the more you try to something new, guys, the more life is exciting. Yeah, and especially you love that special someone of yours, then you're able to, yeah, able to adapt these things, you know, because life isn't that always like we always wanted to be in this in the area we want to explore. Life is more explorations because the more you open your perspective, guys, the more you gonna learn a lot in life. Like especially the life in the Filipinos and the life of the Western people is quite different when it comes with the families. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this video, and for those who wanted to be with special someone like a Filipinas, yeah, like a Filipino want to have a girlfriend or a wife, then actually there is a Christian dating that I can just offer to you guys, which is Christian Filipina dating services, which they're gonna do their best to help you to find the one for you guys. And I'm sure there's a lot of very beautiful Filipinas in that services. Yeah, and sending some good lucks to everyone's out there who's watching on this video. Ciao everybody.